Dave's Vault, my fellow gamers. Here, I just wanted to show that I have blasted through a regiment of Revenants. They didn't take too terrible long to paint. Of course, right here, you're just watching it, or you're looking at it after the wash phase. So I did paint them each separately, but I did the assembly line style painting. So what I did was primed them black, dry brushed the metal for the armor, and then I went through and picked out individually the bones, the leather, and the little feather on top, really. And then what I did is I just touched up the black for the gloves and the cloth and stuff. And very, very easy. You know, it's time consuming because there's 20 guys in this block. But I also washed them just to define all the detail, get all the filigree and stuff, all this etching to pop out. And I'm going to leave them as such for now because I'm mass painting. But what I can easily do is come back and highlight the orange on top of the feathers. I've got some highlight colors for that. That'll look great. Highlight the black, highlight the bone, the leather, and with the shields, I left them just steel. But what I'm going to do, see, you can see it's still very, very smooth. And I can paint whatever colors I want to on it. I'm not going to go with black. Or I'm not going to go with orange. I may go with black and do some chipping effects and do some heraldry or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll find some water slide decals I like since they are so smooth. And these shields, you have to remember, were originally supposed to be stickers. In the older box sets, let me see here. I'll break out this one again for my battery of balefire catapults, and I think I kept everything. Yes, I did. So what they are, they're supposed to be stickers like this, and I guess where the shields are chipped up and roached, like you would cut those, you'd cut part of the sticker off or whatever. The things with stickers is that they're raised, so they're gonna look really, really not so good. This was nice, I guess, back in the day when, I say back in the day, what is this? What production date? 2009. And well, 2009, I mean, this was a nicety in 2009, but they still had water slide decals, so I don't know why they didn't give water slide decals. Of course, this is how you get semantic points as well as in sticker sheets. And then, of course, they give you some banners as well. But with this, they're not going to look so good glued on, stickered on. The sticker will give way after a while, and it's not so nice. And I want to have these models for a hot minute, so I'm going to go through and do something else for the shields, either freehand or find some water slide decals I think are pretty cool. The flocking job isn't as nice as what I want. Usually I take my softer, kind of worn out X-Acto blade here, and when I flock something, I gently push it down off of the sides of the feet, around the feet. But I mass flocked this. Well, I did them each individually, but I real quickly set them down with a lump of flock on their base. So when I flocked them, I left like this little pillow of flock on there, because when you take the flock off too fast, you'll have bald spots and whatnot. And I didn't want that. I wanted the glue to absorb and suck up as much flock as possible to give it a good ground coverage. So as such, like you can see on the side of his foot, there's more flock up there than normally I would want, because the glue will pool up. It'll use that capillary motion and it'll kind of pool up a little bit. And I tried to avoid that, but it didn't happen so much with these. But that's fine because I have one horde and one regiment of these guys. So mass infantry. And just to mention, like, I've ordered some neodymium magnets for this, some rare earth magnets, and these movement trays are actually from Shogun Miniatures, and I've ordered more of them. These I got off eBay on a lot sale, and they're very, very nice, extremely thin. You can tell how they have the corner here for if you're playing with tournament gurus, you know, the guys that come out there with lasers and stuff. This is going to be more of a true footprint. Now, on that side, they're tucked in really nicely, but on this side, there's a bit of a gap. You see that gap? And that's just because the person that makes these movement trays understands that models usually don't fit super good together in you know, this tight ranked formation. Sometimes there's a little bit of a gap, there's some, you know, so this is called wiggle room. Perfectly fine, because if you look at the MDF bases that are made, this piece here is usually a piece of trim that goes all the way around each side of the movement tray, and that gives the unit a bigger footprint, really. So it's, you know, when you're talking about a game where millimeters count, you know, those quarter inches, the eighth of an inches, they count. This could be a big deal when it comes to tournament play. You know, it could be an unfair advantage for the most part, especially for those units that have an aura in them or whatnot that radiate out from. But I think what most people do is the actual measure from base to base, you know, the actual models. They discount the movement trays. I think that's a tournament standard, but I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure how shady some people are. Actually, I know how shady some people are. But this is the phase straight from the wash. I haven't done the finer details. I haven't popped out any of the color or gone over the metal again or anything like that. This is a quick, dirty paint job. But when you do 20 in a row and you only do your paint jobs at night, just like an hour or two at night, this is extremely time consuming, and you know, for right now, I mean, it's pretty good tabletop quality. Now, it is not multi-based because I want my miniatures to be versatile. Now here I've also started my Lycanus. Just wanted to give him a bit of a pattern on the inside like a wolf would have. Just some simple dry brushing. I'm going to go through and unify everything with a wash, and then I'm going to go through and give him on his hair some darker patches, and I'm going to try to blend in some different patches on his fur, much like a wolf would have. So most of him still the stock gray, but in his cheeks and the inner ear and stuff is the white. So I'll try to have a little fun with this guy, but I'll, you know, give him some darker all the way around, and then he'll be done, which will be nice. And so, like I said, during the month of October, I do a lot of undead stuff if I can. If not, it's just one model on Halloween night that I paint. This Halloween, I will do their, oh gracious, what is his name? Anyway, the head guy for these guys, the faceless dude, Morgoth, something like that, the faceless. So I'll paint him up. He's just on one of these little inch by inch bases. So he'll be fun. I want to get the witch done after I get this guy done, and I might just start spraying up some zombies. You know, just crank out a horde of them really quickly, because it's mostly skin tone with a little bit of like cloth for the pants, and then you got to do all the fun stuff, you know, picking out their teeth, their eyeballs, the wounds, and stuff like that. So that'll be fun. But yeah, so first regiment done. We'll move on to others, and as I get the army more painted and colorful, then I will go through and do the details and stuff to make them even more pretty. So yeah, just a little milestone here for my undead army. So you guys, take it easy. Carry Laser.